The Doors, Setting the Record Straight, brought to you by Delco Electronics, producer of the new Odyssey sound system.
Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. I set the night on.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Jim Ladd. The Doors in concert were beyond theater. They were unscripted and uninhibited. Morrison baited his audiences, cajoled them into reacting. On several occasions, his effect was so stunning, he threatened the very core of local law and order. In this episode, we focus on Morrison and the law. The ceremony is about to begin, with the Doors setting the record straight, as Westwood One presents Some Dangerous Listening, created and produced by Sandy Gibson. Born in December 1943, Jim Morrison was a war baby. His father, Steve, was a career naval officer who eventually achieved the rank of admiral. However, it was his mother, Clara, who commanded an even tighter ship at home. The military influences were inevitable, and Jim was bred and raised to be a soldier, a patriot of some cause. You could almost say from birth, James Douglas Morrison was endowed with the qualities of a warrior. Jim Morrison didn't so much break the law as he broke the order, breached the peace, toppled the status quo, pricked the establishment. Morrison incited his audiences to wake up.
Wake up! You can't remember where it was. Had this dream stopped?
Goaded them to question the established order and authority. And that infuriated the authorities and goaded them to establish their jurisdiction and jurisprudence over Morrison. Drummer John Densmore explains.
For a while there, we thought he was going to be shot at by somebody or something. We were always having the vice people, and we were one of the early long hairs out into the middle of the country representing drugs and liberal ideas, and it was scary.
Guitarist Robbie Krieger testifies to that.
I don't think I would have wanted to get busted myself. I sort of slithered off the stage, But Jim loved to test authority, and he actually, I think, enjoyed being arrested and getting beat up and stuff at times.
The Doors did battle on stage. Morrison was in the front line, generally leading the charge in the assault on the conservative core. On the eve of Morrison's 24th birthday, December 8th, 1967, the Doors opened volley on New Haven, Connecticut. It became their Concord Green, but they weren't Minutemen. They were backdoor men.
That was a scary time. That scared me a lot. I was scared for Jim and people around, physically.
Ray Manzarek explains.
They grabbed him and they took him away and they arrested him for, they couldn't even think of what. They had to come up with breach of peace, and I think they might have had inciting to riot, although the only ones that rioted were the cops.
Ray kept reassuring me that it was okay. As the life correspondent went to jail with Jim, realizing the press value of it all. Yes, true, but I was scared.
5-1, baby. 1 in 5. No one here gets out alive now. You get yours, baby. I'll get mine. Gonna make it, baby, if we try. The old get old and the young get stronger. May take a week and it may take Shadows of the evening crawl across the year. You walk across the floor with the flower in your hand, trying to tell me no one understands. Trading your hours for a handful of dimes. Gonna make it, baby, in our prime. Get together one more time. Get together one more time. Get together one more time. Get together one more. Get together one more time. 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 Gotta get together. Gotta get together. Gotta get together. Gotta get together. Get together. We gotta get it all together. Get the whole thing together, babe. I tell you, we gotta get it all together. One more time.
We'll have more right after this.
Everywhere I hear the sound of Martin George feet, boy. 'Cause summer's here and the time is right for rising in the street, boy. Well, what can a poor boy do except to sing for a rock and roll band? 'Cause the sleep has done down there, just no place for a body man.
In this episode, we're focusing on Jim and the law. Morrison's rap sheet documents a revolutionary, a freedom fighter, not a criminal. He was fighting for principles just like Thomas Jefferson and the Founding Fathers, rebels all. He felt that if ours was really a free country, it ought to be able to absorb his views. Morrison was a cultural hero who didn't so much violate legal statutes as he violated the established order. And the forces of order so feared his drawing power that they found laws they could charge him with breaking, particularly since the double entendre was so evident in all the Doors songs.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? Now I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. Can't you see that I am not afraid? What was that promise that you made? Why won't you tell me what she said? What was that promise that you made? I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky for you and I. I'm gonna love you till the heavens stop the rain. I'm gonna love you till the stars fall from the sky for you and I.
After the Doors' performance at the Dinner Key Auditorium, America's #1 lawman, J. Edgar Hoover, the director of the FBI, ordered surveillance. In Morrison's FBI file, there is a report said to be based on interviews with 110 sources in the South Florida area, which includes a description of the Doors' performance in Miami. It states that Morrison, and I'm quoting now, only sang one song and mostly grunted, groaned, gyrated, and gestured, along with inflammatory remarks. End of quote.
Breaking rocks in the hot sun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I needed money 'cause I had none. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I left my baby and I feel so bad. I guess my race is run. Well, she's the best girl I've ever had. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. Robbing people with a 6-gun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I miss my baby and I'm good fun. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I left my baby and I feel so bad. I guess my race is run. But she's the best girl I've ever had. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won.
History hasn't dealt as kindly with J. Edgar Hoover as it has with Jim Morrison. Public records reveal that Hoover's own lifestyle was far from the American ideal he hypocritically enforced with such Gestapo-zeal tactics as boss of the FBI. Jim's FBI file contains correspondence between the then untouchable Hoover in response to a North Carolina broadcasting executive who had sent the FBI a newspaper clipping about the Doors. And I quote, "I too share your concerns. It is repulsive to right-thinking people and can have serious effects on our young people." End of quote.
Busted, busted the one I did. I didn't think it's right. Busted, busted the one I did. I didn't think it's right. Busted.
People have been talking about Jim's infamous performance on stage at the Dinner Key Auditorium for 22 years. When we return, we'll recreate that March night in 1969.
Yeah! Now look at here. I ain't talking about no revolution. And I'm not talking about no demonstration. I'm talking about having a good time. I'm talking about having a good time this summer. Now you all come out to LA. You all get out there. We're gonna lie down there in the sand and rub our toes in the ocean, and we're gonna have a good time. Are you ready? 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 Are you ready?
The time has come to stop talking and to start listening. Now broadcast for the very first time since that Ides of March so long ago, The Doors, Setting the Record Straight, airs highlights from The Doors' Dinner Key Auditorium concert.
I need ya. All right. Hey, there's a bunch of people way back there that I didn't even notice. Hey, how about 50 or 60 of you people come up here and love my ass? Come on. Yeah. I love you. Come on. Yeah. La 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 la. Yeah. La 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 la. Hey, la 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 la. Yeah. La 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 la. Nobody gonna come up here and love me, huh? Come on. All right for you, baby. That's too bad. I'll get somebody else. Yeah. Five to one, baby. 25. No one here gets out alive now. Letting people tell you what you're gonna do. Letting people push you around. How long do you think it's gonna last? How long are you gonna let it go on? How long are you gonna let them push you around? How long? Maybe you like it. Maybe you like being pushed around. Maybe you love it. Maybe you love getting your face stuck in the shit. Come on. Maybe you love getting pushed around. You love it, don't you? You love it. You're all a bunch of slaves. Bunch of slaves. You're all a bunch of slaves. Letting everybody push you around. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do across the floor, flower in your hand, trying to tell me no one understand. Trading you hours for handful of dimes, gonna make it, baby, in our prime. Get together one more time. 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 Now come on, honey. Now you go along home and wait for me, sweetheart. I'll be there in just a little while. You see, I gotta go out in this car with these people and get talking about no revolution. I'm not talking about no demonstration. I'm not talking about getting out in the streets. I'm talking about having some fun. I'm talking about dancing. I'm talking about love your neighbor till it hurts. I'm talking about grab your friend. I'm talking about love. I'm talking about some love. I'm talking about some love. I'm talking about love. Love, 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 love. Grab your fucking friend and love him. Come on. Yeah. I used to think the whole thing was a big joke. I used to think it was something to laugh about. And then the last couple of nights I met some people who were doing something. They're trying to change the world. And I want to get on the trip. I want to change the world. Want to change it. The first thing we're going to do is take over all the schools. Before I sing into the big sleep, I want to hear, the scream of the butterfly. What's that? What you say, baby? You say huh? Say what? Say what? Say what? What's that? What's that, honey? Come on, tell me again. Oh, come on, I can't hear you. Now tell me what you say. Do what to your what? Huh? I can't hear you. Yeah, right. Hey, I'm getting lonely up here. I need some love. I don't want you, man. Hey, I can't believe all those people are sitting way over there, man. Why don't you all come down and get with us, man? Come on. What are you in the 50 cent section or what? Come on. Come on down here. Come on. Get closer, man. We need some love. Are you gonna stay way away? You know, I was born here in this state. You know that? Yeah, I was born right here in Melbourne, Florida, 1943. I think they call it Cape something now. I don't know what they call it. Yeah, and then I left for a little while, and I came back, and I went to a little junior college in St. Petersburg. You know where that is? And I left there, and I went up to a little college in Tallahassee called FSU. Then I got smart. And I went out to a beautiful state called California. Went out to a little city named Los Angeles. Now listen, I'm not talking about no revolution. I'm not talking about no demonstration. I'm talking about having fun. I'm talking about dancing. I want to see you people get up and dance. I want to see you people dancing in the street this summer. I want to see you have some fun. I want to see you roll around. I want to see you paint the town. I want to see you ring it out. I want to see you shout. I want to see some fun. I want to see some fun from everyone. We are together. We're together. the world, and we want it. Come on, let's get on up here. No limits, no laws. Come on, come on. This is your show. Anything you want goes. Now, come on. Anything you want. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Someone's going to get hurt.
Considering all the hysteria the performance engendered, seems to play pretty tame. We'll be back with the reverberations of the Miami bust.
The Eastern world, it is exploding, violence flaring, bullets loading. You're old enough to kill, but not for voting. You don't believe in war, but what's that gun you're toting? And even the Jordan River has bodies floating, but you tell me over and over and over again, my friend, you don't believe we're on the eve of destruction.
The late 60s was a time of social upheaval, a turbulent era. Morrison spoke for his entire generation as he addressed an America caught in the quagmire of an unpopular, unwinnable war. An America raping its natural resources, its fair sister. It was the age of Aquarius, and we all expected great changes. But affecting those changes resulted in being routinely dragged off to jail, for everyone from priests to pregnant women. It was the free generation. Dislike for authority was in the air and on the streets. The newspapers were filled with reports of demonstrations, both peaceful and otherwise. The unrest was reflected in movies and books and contemporary theater, but it was the radio airwaves, God's ether, that transmitted the message most effectively, and Jim Morrison didn't take the responsibility lightly. He investigated every avenue of the libertine performance and found it reached its chaotic zenith with Julian Beck's Living Theater. As drummer John Densmore remembers, Morrison used the same techniques in Miami.
He understood theatrics, and he extended himself a little, for sure. But he wasn't consciously trying to get them to break things up or anything. And Jim felt frustrated that he had to perform, culminating in Miami. Okay, you want a show? He didn't come here for music, he came for something else.
Robbie Krieger.
It was pretty wild on stage. I mean, not only did the audience not know what was going to happen that night, but we didn't know, you know? So that's what made it really great.
Time to live, time to lie, time to laugh, time to die. Take it easy, baby, take it as it comes. Don't move too fast, and you want your love to last. Are you been moving my too fast? Time to walk, time to run, time to aim your arrows at the sun. Take it easy, baby, take it as it comes. Don't move too fast, and you want your love to last. Are you been moving much too fast? you like it more and more, take it as it comes. Specialize in having fun. Take it easy, baby. Take it as it comes. Don't move too fast. Hey, you want your love to last. You've been moving much too fast. Moving much too fast. Moving much too fast.
Ray Manzarek gives his perspective.
People got arrested in the 60s. It was not dangerous to go to a concert, but it was a kind of a political act to actually even go to a rock and roll concert because you might be busted, you might be hit over the head, the performers might be busted in the case of the Doors, or something strange would happen, man. You never knew what was going to happen in the 60s. And it was just strange, magical, and very spontaneous, very exciting, and very dangerous, too.
We'll return with the final chapter of our episode right after this.
That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. That's the sound of the men working on the chain gang. All day long they're saying.
Morrison was tried on 4 counts, including allegations that he had exposed his genitals and that he had used obscene language. If convicted on all 4 counts, he could face up to 3 years in a Florida penitentiary. Jim's personal attorney, Max Fink.
It was several weeks before any charges were lodged. And as a matter of fact, there were a number of police officers at the event. And nobody said anything about arresting Jim or charging him or objecting to what occurred. And there's some question to this day as to whether or not these things really occurred to the extent charged.
John Densmore recalls taking the witness stand.
Oh, God, I didn't like the trial. Ooh, being up on the stand and everything. Yay. We had to be separated, you can't hear the other's testimony, I heard Ray's, though, because I'd already testified, and it was very funny. Did you see Mr. Morrison's organ? No, Your Honor, but I play organ. Order in the court, order in the court. I didn't see him pull his cock out. No. That's what I said to the judge, too. And then the judge said, but you play with his back to you. How do you know? I said, well, he's jumping all around. My God. I said, well, he would have tripped if he'd pulled it out. I would have known. I didn't say that.
Then Morrison took the stand and insisted that he had not exposed himself. He faced a barrage of questions. Consider this one, posed by his own attorney, Max Fink. Were you wearing trousers the night of this concert at Dinner Key? Replied Morrison. Yes, sir. Later, Fink asked, you were wearing shorts, were you? And Morrison answered, yes, they were the boxer type, and it was kind of unusual, really, he continued, because I didn't usually wear undergarments. I got out of the habit about 4 or 5 years ago, I guess. But I had them on this night for some reason, and they were oversized, so they were extending above the waist of the pants.
Standing in the dockets of Hampton, trying to get to Holland or France. The man in the Mac said, you've got to go back. You know they didn't even give us a chance. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me. Finally made the plane into Paris. to Vienna, eating chocolate cake in a bag. Newspaper said she's gone to his head. They look just like two gurus in drag. Christ, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me. Caught the early train back to London. 58 guns tied in a sack. The men from the press said, we wish you success. It's good to have the both of you back. Right, you know it ain't easy. You know how hard it can be. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me. The way things are going, they're gonna crucify me.
One local attorney told a Miami newspaper that, quote, he didn't remember a case of this kind ever taking more than a day, even with a jury. But finally, on September 20th, 1970, the 6-member jury returned their verdict. Morrison was found innocent of the felony charge of indecent exposure and guilty of the 2 misdemeanor charges. Morrison himself comments on the verdict.
Well, I have to be optimistic, so I think there's a good chance. We're gonna contend it on several grounds. But first of all, they never really proved anything except profanity, which we admitted all along, that there was profanity used in the performance. And we were going to attempt to prove that that did not violate contemporary community standards in the city of Miami. And to do that, we were going to take the jury to see a lot of movies, like Woodstock, and Hair was playing in town at that time, and they had nudity on stage every night, and they were allowing young people to go in of any age. And all the books that were available, even in school libraries, junior high school libraries, with 4-letter words. So the judge refused to allow any investigation along those lines and limited it to a criminal action.
Yet the outcome of the trial was surely a crushing blow to Morrison. The rock press didn't exactly rally to his defense, and this disappointed him deeply. Now, for all intents and purposes, the doors were closing down.
Wintertime winds blow cold this season, falling in love I'm hoping to be. Wind is so cold, is that the reason? Keeping you warm, your hands touching me. Come with me, dance, my dear. Winter's so cold this year. You are so warm, my wintertime love to be. Wintertime winds blue and freezing, coming from northern storms in the sea. Love has been lost, is that the reason? Trying desperately to be free. Come let me dance, my dear. Winter's so cold this year, and you are so warm, my wintertime love to be.
Although stormy, his relationship with Pamela Corzine would continue for the rest of his life. In the next hour, we'll be looking at Morrison and his muse. Join us for the next episode of The Doors, Setting the Record Straight. I'm Jim Ladd. The Doors, Setting the Record Straight, is a Westwood One presentation. Brought to you by Delco Electronics, producer of the new Odyssey sound system, and by the U.S. Navy. You and the Navy, full speed ahead. Created and produced by Sandy Gibson. Written by Sandy Gibson, Craig Fisher, and John Flex Fleming. Engineered and production by Ron Harris. Special thanks for access to the archives of Mr. and Mrs. Corzine, Gary Danielian, and Bob Curling. Production assistants Catherine Farley and Melanie Minear. Executive producer Norm Pattis.